Hey Capricorn, this is Michael with the October 2022 reading. I do hope that this finds you well. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Michael. I utilize tarot and astrology to figure out what each month has in store for you. So if that sounds interesting, be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. I am so excited to see what we have in store for you this month. There's actually quite a bit astrologically that we should be paying attention to. We have 3 retrograde planets going direct this month, so there's a lot of forward-moving energy and maybe even some catch-up this month as well. We have Mars going retrograde at the end of the month, and we even have a solar eclipse in Scorpio on the 25th, so a lot of major changes and pivots should be expected in the month of October. For you specifically, Capricorn, there's actually quite a bit of focus on career, your public image, or your role in the world, what it is that you contribute, what your legacy is that you're leaving behind. So there's some pretty big questions that are coming up, and there may even be this question of where am I getting my social support? Who is aligned with my goals overall, especially in the long term? And another interesting thing to kind of pay attention to this month as well, we do have Pluto in your sign going direct. So there's a lot of transformation that's going to be happening around the 8th. Let's kind of pull some cards for you. As I'm shuffling, I'll keep talking about the astrology. We do have Venus in Libra forming an opposition with Jupiter in Aries at the beginning of this month. There may actually be a bit of like a promotion or increased responsibilities or recognition that you are receiving, but it may actually take away from your home or personal life. That could potentially be something that is happening. Or you may want to spend more time at home. There's kind of this conflict there, how you are spending your time and energies, and almost this priority shift that could be happening right at the beginning of this month. And of course, this is the day before Mercury goes direct in the sign of Virgo on October 2nd. The moon will actually be entering your sign that day as well. And with Mercury going direct in the sign of Virgo, this really does pertain to higher education, higher wisdom principles. You might be reincorporating certain practices or beliefs. You could also be having something come up with education or travel, maybe realizing there was a miscommunication with plans or needing to adjust long-term plans, especially those that you made over the past couple of weeks. The first card we actually have is the 6 of Cups. So I do feel like there is this reconnection with the past, or reconnecting with your inner child, healing your inner child as well. I feel like there's this energy of wanting to charge into something with the Knight of Swords. And I think there is almost, for some of you, I'm getting the sense of you've been trying to make things happen. You've been trying to just go and do something. And if you're encountering this resistance, which I'm kind of picking up on, the 6 of Cups here feels very much like you need to get back in touch with this core of something. You need to get back in touch with the why before you start acting, before you start moving towards something. I do actually have the 7 of Wands here as well, which is defending that which is most valuable or dear to you. And it could feel like there is a lot, maybe attacking something, or perhaps feeling opposed to this core value or something that is very precious and near and dear to you. So interesting energy. I feel like you will need to take steps forward. You will need to defend something this month, but it's also important that you really reconnect with the why before you start acting, before you start doing, and really make sure that your own energy is aligned. We have the moon. Yeah, there really is this big emotional energy here. I don't think you know why exactly you're feeling the way you're feeling throughout October, which is kind of interesting to me. I am almost wondering if there is a sense of conflict or maybe even betrayal or miscommunication with your friends or with your social network. This could be social. I'm sorry. This could be your social network. This could be your coworkers, anyone you are working towards something collaboratively with. Or that could even feel an area that's under attack. Ultimately, with this eclipse that we have in Scorpio, there really is this big question of what your hopes and dreams are. And that could change. That could really, really shift. And you might have kind of lost the sense of why you are moving towards something or why you are working towards something. And I think you're really going to be needing to reconnect with that this month. We do have the Three of Cups in the future as well. So some of you are celebrating something. You are reconnecting with people. This is a very social energy, and again, feels very in line with the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. That is actually going to be conjunct Venus on the 25th. And this new moon, this solar eclipse, really could bring some major blessings to your social life. You might be networking with people or make a very useful or almost fated contact at the end of this month. I kind of want to tell you, like, even if you're not the type of person who usually goes out or attends social events, you may want to reconsider that for the end of this month or just be open to that. Maybe there's like a Halloween party or something. Or maybe there's like a ritual that people are doing for Samhain or something like that that may be aligning you with someone who's very useful or very beneficial to your spiritual mission or plans. What else do we have for Capricorn? We do also have Saturn moving direct this month as well, and Saturn is going direct on October 23rd. This is going to be a time to really reassess, again, your values and what you prioritize, as well as your finances. There may be this thing where you need to invest or spend more more discerningly, but honestly, I feel like that'll be pretty easy for you. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. There is a fresh start. I feel like there is something financial that is growing, especially by the end of October. You may not see this right away, but there is a seed for the future that is being planted, that is starting to germinate even. And it's like you're defending this seed. You're defending this intention or this long-term plan or this stability. What else do we have happening this month? There is a full moon in Aries on October 9th. And this really could represent a culmination or resolution or an ending relative to your home, family, lineage, ancestry, whatever it is that you consider part of your roots. And that's not always the material house. It's where is my sense of home? Where do I belong? And there could be something really coming ahead during that time as well. Is there anything else we should be aware of for Capricorn? We have the High Priestess. Really trusting in your intuition, especially as we're getting into November, Sagittarius season. There is going to be a lot of focus on you reconnecting with your intuition. I do feel like some of you are working towards something and it's not like you have everything laid out. Or you kind of have to trust your intuition. You have to trust in this plan that you've created. You do have a plan. But there's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of variables here. And I feel like some of you are doubting something because the going's been pretty rough the past couple of months, really the past couple of years. but it's almost like I'm getting this kind of fear of being too hopeful about something. Yeah, we have this Two of Swords. This could be blocked communication, delaying a decision, delaying a conversation. But this delay almost feels like not wanting to get too wrapped up in the emotions, not wanting to get too excited about something. And maybe there is kind of a message of being a little non-attached to something right now, because the way that this roots or takes form, whatever it is that you are moving towards or manifesting, could still have some unexpected twists and turns. I want you to be open to that, especially as Mars is going retrograde in the sign of Gemini. You really might need to, again, ask yourself, why am I doing what I am doing? And am I taking care of my body? Am I taking care of my health? Am I taking care of my well-being as I am kind of chugging along in life? So you may need to pause. You may need to reflect, especially on health and wellness and routines. That will be at the end of this month, and actually is going to be an energy for the rest of the year. There's going to be a lot of focus on kind of your daily life, your habits, if you will. Yeah, we have the Devil. Some of you are going to be addressing some bad habits and correcting them, actually. And just be very mindful of how you spend your time and energy. And that might even be questions you're asking yourself as Mars is slowing down this month. You might really want to be working on something, but as Mars is in this pre-shadow phase throughout most of October, there's a really slow and intense energy that isn't necessarily comfortable with the planet Mars, because Mars is all about direct action and passion and energy. It wants to move forward and do things as quickly as possible and get the ball rolling. But you may need to kind of check your roll or slow your roll this month as well. I said that for Sagittarius as well. So if you have Sagittarius placements, there may be something in that reading for you too. I'm kind of feeling like that's pretty much it. We do have Jupiter going back into Pisces as well. That is happening on the 28th. That's happening on the 28th. Mars retrograde is the 30th. I apologize. The 28th, Jupiter goes retrograde back into the sign of Pisces. And this might be why you are very intuitive this month. And your intuition might be telling you, hey, something needs to change, or you may need to alter the way you are doing something in order for it to be successful, or in order to manifest something. What's going on with love and relationships? We didn't really get much of that for you. What's going on for love and relationships? We have the Eight of Wands. There could be something about travel or connecting with new people, things happening very quickly. We do have Uranus and the North Node in the sign of Taurus. And that could be something that is maybe bringing in some new energy. Especially, let me look at the dates here. I would think especially around the 21st, there could be something with the moon forming a trine with Uranus in Taurus. As well as the moon in Capricorn in your sign on October 3rd. There's a lot of opportunities here for exciting adventures or new passion, rediscovering your passion for something or someone, especially. Let's pull some oracle cards for you too, Capricorn. What is your energy this month? And when I pull these animal cards, I often think of them as energies that we should be embodying or learning from. We have the wolf. Interesting. There is kind of this energy or this struggle. Am I the lone wolf, or do I work with the pack and really figuring out who the pack even is for you. That makes a lot of sense with the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. And very often when this card comes up, there is often this energy of needing to be humble or even sacrificing your own wants and desires for a greater good, serving a greater collective. Selfless service comes up with this card. So there's a lot of focus on others this month and where you kind of fall in the mix with these other people. We also have the elk, building stability, maybe even providing for other people. I really do get this energy, Capricorn, of you stepping into a leadership role or a facilitator role or mentor role for other people. But you also need to make sure that you are aligned with the correct people to do this. There really could be changes and shifts. You might also be learning from a mentor or a guide, someone who is helping you guide or teach others. I do actually get that energy as well, kind of a dual sort of energy. You might be teaching and learning from somebody else. A lot of very strong earth energy here with the wolf and elk both being earth elemental cards. It's important that you are being very practical and grounded this month. And I feel like you are working on something in a very tangible way. And when elk comes up, it's also important that you are taking care of your body. Again, that's something that's going to be really, really important. Don't over push or overextend yourself. Some of you might actually be susceptible to health ailments over the next couple of months. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. Don't injure yourself, don't strain yourself, don't burn yourself out, and do the things that can help regulate and heal you and replenish you. Let's pull one more card. We will pull from the Starseed Oracle. And by the way, if you're ever curious about the decks I use, I have them all listed in the description box down below. And it is kind of like a small, not even affiliate link, but it does potentially help this channel as well. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yeah, that was an energy I was getting for some of you. It felt like you were having a really hard time trusting in the happiness or simple joy of something, not wanting to appreciate something or fall for someone and then have that taken from you later. I don't think you need to worry about that. I think you just really need to breathe it in and trust if you breathe it out, you will breathe something new in again anyways. Interesting how my ring kind of just fell off my finger. That ring is a malachite ring, and it has a copper inlay. And I very specifically got it to channel Venus energy. So that's interesting to me. Surrender to the sweetness. Here we go. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you, when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In her night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. How can you surrender to the sweetness of your life? What's one way you can enjoy your life a little more? And honestly, this was like the perfect oracle card because it really did just touch on all the things we talked about throughout this reading, really reconnecting with the why you are working, or what it is that you are working towards, and really allowing yourself to enjoy the process more instead of trying to bargain or buy your happiness or your desires. Finding desire in your daily life, finding that pleasure in your daily life. Anyways, Capricorn, I do hope that this reading was helpful. That is all I have for you this month. I am sending you all my love and energy your way. You can book a personal reading or distance Reiki session with me, and you are more than welcome to check out the other videos for this month, maybe for your rising, Venus, or moon sign. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Capricorn.